Do I count down when I started, Abby?
I think.
We've been live
I
for
don't.
like 15 seconds.
We have now. Okay,
Oh,
so
great.
welcome to welcome to this week's D&D. We are playing. That's my cold intro, Sean.
What a good one. You really hit that one on the head.
We are playing Odyssey of the Dragonlords in D&D 5.2024. And we are using alchemy. I think that's all of our plugs that we have to do. I'm Logan, the GM, as always, for this campaign, here with my lovely players. One of them looks a little different. We're just going to not comment on that this stream. But we'll go around and introduce ourselves. We'll keep it brief. They know us. They like us. They tolerate us every week. We'll start with our lovely bull friend.
That sounds... I don't know. There's something there. Bull friend. It feels like that means something.
Bullfrog.
Hi,
Boyfriend.
I'm Connor. I'm playing Sophron, the minotaur barbarian. I look different and I sound different today, and that's gonna be awesome. And
Yeah.
you know, we'll see when I turn back into my real self.
Yellow.
Hello.
No, yellow.
Things are going great.
I'm hello. Hi, I'm
He
Sarah.
can't see that color. It's fine.
Ugh, that's true.
That's true.
Discrimination.
I'm Sarah. I play Nemea, and I'm a human Odyssean rogue. With no
Green.
memories.
Wow, just cut it right off. My name is Sean.
Blue.
And that's fine. I'm done. Bye.
I'm Abby. I play Elegy, the siren monk.
Bring it home, Violet.
Violet. My name's Joey. He, him. I play Kyriakos. I'm your boyish friend. And I think that Connor's human face should be in the small
It
little
should
circle.
be.
If we could
It
get
should
that
be.
to happen.
That
the
would be
break.
so good.
We'll edit the
take a break.
video. Okay. So this is episode 3, if I can count that high. And this week's vignette, who is joining me?
I am
Abby
Blue.
is. Blue. Me and Blue. Okay, so I'll set the scene. We are two just so, we're so ugly that we're cute, but we've gone even further and we're back to just being ugly. Like, it's that extreme. Two gross little creatures. We're in a damp, dark cave, and we are sitting down, at the edge of a giant chasm that just goes straight down. And we're both just peering down. And I'm like, Brad, I don't know. I don't know so about this one. This isn't looking so good.
We just need to go in the hole.
Yeah, but it's really deep.
Yeah, but look, I'll push you.
Okay, I fall. As I fall, I grab your ankle and we both tumble down this giant thing. It's maybe 20 feet. We just land pretty comfortably, actually, down at the bottom. And then we walk down some more caves.
Not that deep.
I almost died. That was terrible. That's the biggest I've ever fallen.
Well, you could fall further.
Oh, now that you mention it, that's true. Anyway, I don't like this mission we're on that the king sent us. Who put him in charge?
The people.
I do remember voting for him. But I didn't quite understand what a vote was. I still don't actually understand what a vote is.
No, I just know the people chose him.
Okay, we get to another big crater. They're shaft looking down. This one, who knows how big it is. Okay, same plan.
Yeah, but this time you pushed me.
Okay. I pushed you this time.
And I grab your ankle.
Perfect. We tumbled down. This one's probably I don't know, 50 feet.
Uh-huh.
We're pretty dinged up at the bottom. Maybe I like broke a leg. Barad, I don't know about this anymore.
You just have to get it together.
Take it. I hold up my mangled leg and just take it off. Just yank my leg right off. Oh, okay. Duh. We're gonna do it. I'm feeling so lively. Limping down the hallway now. We just have to find the beast that the king sent us to find. Do you see it?
What is it supposed to look like? I don't remember.
We could turn around and go ask him.
No, we can't go back up that hole.
Maybe if we just yell, it'll come and then we can see it and then we'll know if it's here or not.
Beast!
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 Beast! I think we wander for a good 2 hours. No beast. I'm bleeding out still. It's not going great. Maybe we've fallen down a few more chasms or such. And then I think right when we're about to give up and turn around, from the darkness, 6 giant red eyes sort of open. They've been following my bloody stump trail for the last 2 hours. And then that's the last thing Parm and Barada ever see are those 6 eyes. Okay, perfect.
I like how we've established that Italy exists and Italian cheeses exist specifically.
Yes. Parm and Barada. I guess it never came up. What was your previous name, Barada?
But.
The sound of the letter B is recently changed. You guys can explore that later. Okay. So, for actual real session this time, I hope you enjoyed our vinaigrette of the week. We left off. Where did we leave off? Who wants to tell me where we left off?
Nobody does.
Oh my God.
I was a beautiful elk. And that's all you need to know. Smashed many a crystal. I think I smashed a witch. And I was about to say I neighed, but elks don't neigh.
They don't.
I made elk noises quite gloriously and beautifully. And I don't know, there's some lady on the floor who's important, I think. She did help a lot, I guess. She cast some stars. It was pretty cool, but I think my elk form was way more magical overall. We killed a witch. A hag.
Yes. Where are you right now?
Underground? I don't really know. There's water. There's crystals.
No,
We're in
no,
a temple.
what?
We're
Yes, we're at a temple
we're in the basement of a temple.
Sidon.
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 That's what I was asking.
Duh. Duh.
More like Sidon. If you go
What?
by Sarah's pronunciation.
No, we're breaking that habit. Okay. Yes. So we are in the temple
I
of
don't like that
Sidon.
one at all.
Fired.
Sidon.
No,
You
Sidon.
Are down in the Oracle's Grotto. Sarah, you had spent some
Oh, okay,
time
sorry.
here.
That sounds very personal. I don't think I'm that close to her yet.
Well, you don't know. You had spent some time down here. This is sort of, you've never seen the Oracle leave this place. She exists down here. Visitors come, they come down here. She gets everything brought down here. She's never left this room, to your knowledge, of the couple days you stayed here with her. She had collapsed sort of during that fight that you guys were all having after you slew the hag Helica, and she sort of retreated with her Sawagan, or not retreated, sort of disintegrated with her Sawagan, sort of leaving you all with the scattered corpses of some of the temple attendants down here. Kyra is still behind you. She's not taking a lead, but it's just you all and her at the moment. There doesn't seem to be anybody else alive down here.
The Oracle's still unconscious.
Mm-hmm.
Can I do a medicine check?
Yeah.
Just to see if I can wake her up or.
Yes.
Can I help or cast guidance? I will de-elk myself.
I don't need you to.
Well, I was gonna go over and check on her anyway, so
Yes, you go over. So she is sort of unconscious. She's not injured as far as you can tell. Whatever toll has been taken on her seems to have been like psychologic and just sort of like exhaustion at this point. Based off of the sort of outburst that she had that helped you in the fight, it seemed to have expended sort of the last bit of her energy. But sort of as you're looking her over, she does begin to stir faintly. Like it'll be, you think in the next minute or two she might come around. But you guys have a moment where it's just you all down here.
all right. Well, Kyra, what was all that? I
Oh,
didn't think she was
jeez.
gonna be-
That was crazy. You were a deer. You charged him and you killed it. Oh my gosh,
was
I've
a-
never seen anything like that. What's an elk is a big deer. Okay?
There's a difference.
I would know the difference.
No, you wouldn't, obviously. I
I-
would know the difference.
You've never seen yourself be a deer.
No, but I know. When
You've admitted
I
I've won. He said it just now. He's never seen himself be a deer. Okay,
I
point
don't
for
think
me.
you've ever even seen an elk.
But no, I have. I don't know
Who's
who that
that?
was. I don't know who that
Who's
was.
that weird lady that we?
The one
got
that
rid
you deered, or the one that's unconscious in the middle of the room?
Well, I mean, I can guess the unconscious one, but I meant the one that I did.
Wouldn't that be
Elk?
wild
It's
if the
elked.
other one was the Oracle and you accidentally killed her?
That would be wild, but I don't think you'd let us do
I
that.
want to let you do that. Oh,
Also,
no, I don't know who
the
that
other
was.
one seemed really evil. I don't think I'd want to work for that Oracle.
That's good. That was a test. You passed. She like pats you on the back.
All right. I don't like this.
While this is happening, I remember there being soldiers that were holding people prisoner upstairs.
That was the situation.
So I think I would like to like sneak or like peek around and just see like what they're up to.
Yeah, go ahead and make a stealth check.
Stealth check. Yeah, I feel like Nemea sees that like the Oracle's in good hands and is like, we gotta secure the perimeter before we get sucked in. Stealth. Come on. To remember how to do it. Check.
19.
19.
You sneak up there. No one sees you. When you get to the top, the attendants that were being held hostage up there seem sort of disoriented. Like the situation has changed and they haven't really adapted to it yet. Proteus, the one who was in charge, is like staring out the door, sort of dumbstruck, and all of the guards are gone. And you see the door like in the end of closing. The door outside of the temple.
The door. Okay, I was like, the door that was formerly a mimic or the
Nope,
door that...
The door that is currently a door. And formerly a door.
Okay. Is the statue still charged with a weird...
That seems to have stopped.
energy. Okay, so Proteus is the only person there.
And the rest of
The
the
only-
yeah.
Yeah, the
Only
soldier,
named
though.
person that you know, yes.
Cool. Okay. I feel like I want to capture Proteus.
No. Proteus is the head attendant of the temple.
Oh, I was thinking the head guard. Okay, then
I
I'll
heard you
just
call him a soldier,
unstealth-
and I was like, I think she's misunderstood.
That's what she said.
She said what she said, and she went with it. Okay, so I will just let myself be known to Proteus, and I'll be like, oh my goodness, are you okay? Like, think everything. What just happened? Who left?
What? Right when you went down, they all said something about you all perishing, and then they heard a scream from that witch, and they all fled.
Well, good news is we didn't perish.
Oh.
I don't know if you.
He
We're
like
still here.
goes to like run downstairs. Like the moment you say you didn't perish, it like clicks in his mind that you've come back alive, which means something
Yeah.
good must have happened. And he rushes downstairs.
Okay. Yeah.
So the rest of you see Proteus run down here and sort of take in the scene and like rush over to the Oracle and like try to rouse her. He's not doing a great job, but she's already rousing herself, so.
All right, mate. Give her some space, She's okay.
She's like actively stirring. She's like almost supporting herself, and he sees that, and he sort of like gingerly like steps back, giving her space.
Well, did they just get here? How long have y'all been captured?
It's been a couple of days.
Couple of
They-
days.
They were just killing people?
That one was killing. He, I guess, points to where the witch is no longer. That was the one that was
Her
killing
dust.
them. Yeah.
Oh, all the people upstairs she also killed.
Yes.
Okay.
Well, I mean, I guess hopefully this oracle can clear things up for us in a little bit.
Kyra's like, I think she's getting up.
Yeah, I noticed. I'm
We're
just
all
trying to give her
right here.
some time. I'm buying her some time, okay? It takes a little while to get up when you've been knocked out. I don't know how often that's happened to you, but
Proteus sees that she's getting up, sort of assesses that she's well, and then sort of conspicuously retreats, leaving you all with her. It seems like she wanted... he knows that she wants to speak to you all alone. So he retreats, leaving you again. At this point, the Oracle is fairly conscious. She's sitting up. She's opening her eyes, sort of looking around. You see her in her like flowing golden raiment, glittering despite the like carnage around her. As she blinks a couple times, her expression like becomes one of weariness and sort of sorrow as she takes in all of the dead temple attendants. But every single movement that she makes is just full of grace. She takes a couple slow, measured breaths as like the mist of the chamber begins to swirl once more around her. Her eyes soften, and for a moment there's nothing but silence as sort of everyone can feel her loss waiting upon the room. Her lips tremble slightly, and she takes a couple steps forward, sort of getting her bearing, and then like a couple of you that are closest to her hear her sort of whisper. She's like, they were my children. I was their guide and their protector, and I failed them. She takes a deep sigh, and you can again feel the loss from her. And then she closes her eyes, gathers herself, sits up straight, and turns to address you all. You can still see some of the sadness in her eyes, but she begins to compose herself. She says, thank you. I was trapped by that wretched hag's magic, and yet you came to save me, and for that I am eternally grateful. She stands up even taller. I am Versi, the oracle of this temple, the daughter of Sidon, yet I have long forsaken his rule. My purpose has always been to guide, foresee, and to protect mortals, and it was I who foresaw your coming. She looks at each of you in turn. Her eyes linger on Nemea. Centuries ago, I saw the arrival of warriors such as yourselves, brave souls who would rise in Thylea's darkest hours. You were the ones I saw in my visions, the ones who would shape the fate of this land. I have waited and waited for this moment. I will now deliver upon thee the full prophecy. She sits back down. She just stood up. Now she sits back down on her like little pile of rugs.
Yeah.
Oh, on her rugs as like on the
just-
ground.
We'll
No.
like get the sooty ones off.
Yeah.
We'll,
Yeah, the
We'll
burnt
get rid of
singed
the
one.
one that was a monster.
They were
The living corpse.
always her rugs. They were just animated. Okay, so she again lifts her gaze after settling down on her singed blankets. Her eyes gleaming with wisdom of centuries. Her eyes seem to see beyond your flesh and bones into each of your hearts. She takes another deep breath, and then she speaks with one who knows the language of the stars. You warriors stand here gathered, will be tested. The fates have whispered in their darkened halls, and they have revealed 3 great tasks that you must accomplish, should you hope to sail the 3 seas and stand against the Titans themselves. Her gaze sweeps over each of you, eyes gleaming with something older than understanding. You must shape the silver fires of the lost forge, where no mortal hand has wrought craft for ages. Only from these fires will you forge the tools needed to confront what lies beyond. You must claim the mighty weapons, once wielded by the first Dragonlord. These weapons hold the power of old, weapons that could fell gods and titans themselves. But beware, for they are not simply tools. They are the echoes of history, imbued with blood, will, and sins of those long dead. Her words draw you in, pulling you deeper into the mystery as she weaves. You've noticed the mist of this chamber is like wrapping around her, and sort of you all have been instinctively stepping closer to her as the mist is sort of hugging you and pulling you in. There's sort of a finality in her tone as she speaks the final of the tasks. You must drink from the bottomless dragon horn, for it is in this horn that you will see what I cannot. Visions that stretch beyond the boundaries of time, glimpses into the heart of things unseen. It will open your mind to the truths hidden from even me. But beware, for what it reveals may be more than you are prepared to bear. A long pause follows, and the room is again in silence. And then she speaks. A little more weight to her as she finishes the prophecy. But woe upon thee, for I have seen the end of all things. My father's anger cannot be quelled, and his sister's schemes, even now, weaving shadows in the dark. The fates themselves tremble at what may come, for your quest, although great, may yet fail. And should it fail, the sky will rain black fire, and the doom of Thylea shall come, consuming all in its wake. She gestures down with the final words, and all of the mist sort of flows out of the chamber, leaving you in this clearer. You can now see all of the walls. It's quite a dramatic flourish to end the prophecy. And that took a little bit out of her. You can see she's again weighted down, but she just sort of drops that all on you and leaves it at that.
I think Kai's been shaken by the fight. I mean, the boar almost killed him. He did go to 0 this fight.
He was
That's
so
never happened
scared.
before.
Yeah.
So he's probably covered in his own blood. And he's maybe still grabbing his rib cage. And he pulls one of his short swords, curved Greek sword, out and points it at her and calls her prophetess, daughter of Sidon, why should we trust you? Titan is in your blood.
I have always been on the side of mortals. I have said, I have forsaken my father. He is but the wrath of the storm. I don't care for his destruction. I care for this land and these people and the stars. I was like, yeah, she's pretty good. You should trust her.
Well, I mean, if she cares for the stars, so do I, so sounds pretty good to me. Also, we've got nothing else to go on, and these Titans seem to be really messing things up, so... I mean, I'm inclined to believe her, but I've never heard... I mean... out of Aeneas for a second. I'm assuming he hasn't heard of any of this stuff before, but I don't know. Are these like common myths, like the dragon horn or this forge?
Roll a history check.
Well, then Aeneas definitely hasn't heard of that. But we'll find out real quick.
Oh,
No,
You
he
have
don't know
not
nothing
heard
because
of
he never
any
got
of
an
this.
education.
He ain't got no education.
he got no
He ain't got no education.
You and me, boy.
He can't even
Impressive.
read for multiple
Logan,
reasons.
Yeah,
can I roll as well?
yeah, you can.
Yeah, and this is like, oh, I ain't haven't heard of none of this stuff, but I
Good
mean,
grief.
I'm willing to try.
You have heard of one thing that jumped out in particular that she talked about was the like bottomless dragon horn. That sounds like the horn of Balmitra. It's like a holy relic of the Dragonlords in Astoria. Like it's a well-known relic. It is sometimes called the bottomless dragon horn. So that you're pretty sure that's what that is. Dragonlords, I mean, you know exactly what that means. It's like the Dragonlords. They existed like 500 years ago. Everyone knows them, unless they ain't got no education. The first thing, you have
course, yeah.
absolutely no idea what she was talking about.
Okay, but I have some questions because because Cairo told us that if we killed the boar, then we were the heroes. But the prophecy did not say anything about that.
The oracle like gestures for you to come closer.
Uh-huh.
Do you? She like grabs your wrist, and then she like looks at it, or like looks at your hand, and then looks up at your face, and she says, "Oh, my condolences to you, lost one. Oh, haunted one. I cannot see the fates that befell your loved ones, those that once walked with you in the light of life. There's no mistaking the memories which cling to you, like so many restless ghosts. I know the silver light of dawn shielded you from the wrath that so terribly fell upon your family, the very breath of life that spared you. A fleeting moment of grace that allowed you to survive the devastation that befell them. Yet they need not haunt you phantom-wise forever. There is a way to free them, and yourself. But to do so, you must seek the artifacts of your clutch, the relics that were once your birthright, the very essence of your people's legacy. Without them, you will never be able to undo the wrongs that were wrought against your kin. You must seek my sister, Demetria. She dwells in the old wood. Her servants, creatures of shadow and sorrow, have delivered to her a relic stolen from your fallen family, a relic that holds the power to unlock the path to your salvation. Demetria is no simple soul, though. She has long walked in the shadow of grief and fury. She guards what she has taken with a fierce, unyielding grasp. And she lets go of your hand.
That is really nice, but that is not what I asked for.
What did you ask?
Does Kai, when looking at Elegy, does he see like, are you impressed? Like, is it like, did she like say things that were actually relevant? Is she a con artist? Like,
I think she's like off put.
look, all I know, Titans, gods, we're mortals, probably. So
You're one to talk.
what? You could spin some mist. You could tell a tale. You're scheming too, just like your dad.
I just see and convey. And I see you, demi-god, a beauteous thing. But a flower cannot bloom if its stem wilts. You too must grow and rise from the shadow which holds you down. To see your destiny through, you must seek your divine parent, the one who gave you life, yet whose life is now lost to sorrow. Pythor, once a god among men, now king of Astoria, a being of might and glory, now wallowing in wine and lost in grief. His days of glory long faded, heart weighed down by the burdens of failure. You shall go to him, for he is not the man you once thought him to be. He has forgotten what it means to be truly heroic, but you will overcome that. You will forge the weapon he never could wield, the one he lacked the courage to grasp. You will face the ancient foe he has long feared, the one he never dared confront. You will save the woman he loved, the one he lost to time and tragedy. In doing so, you will walk the path he never could, one that will test the very fibers of your soul, for you will rise from his shadow, outshine him in heroism, and perhaps, if fate allows it, join him in godhood.
Kai will like brush and spit blood out of his mouth when you say his father's name, and like a lot of good he did here for me right now. Fixing dad's mistakes. What a quest.
Sophron will
mean, at least you
kneel
have a
down
dad.
next to Kai.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's gonna put us right at eye level almost. And just kind of look at him and grab his shoulder. Kai, you are more than your mother's birthright. This is the chance for you to do something spectacular. To be more than what you've been. Isn't this everything a young man could want? A chance to prove yourself? A chance to be what you want to be?
It's never been about what I want. It's been about what other people think I am. I don't even know if I know what I am.
So forge your
Whatever.
destiny here. Become what you want to be.
The Oracle, now you're down by her, Connor, when you got down by Kai.
Mhm.
After you gave Kai this sort of motivational speech, she turns to you and she says, I see your destiny, child, Dragon Slayer, one who is bound in blood and glory, a path carved in the very marrow of fate, a path that will lead you through fire and shadow. You shall become the bane of wicked worms that slither in the dark corners of the world, those that torment both mortal and fey alike, feeding on fear and chaos. To become this glorious figure, you must become the one who will right the wrongs done to you and yours. You must seek out the one who is trapped in the fires of the Great Forge. She is prisoner of flame, bound by heat and rage, her power locked away within the heart of the forge that forged the world's greatest weapons. She knows of the weapon you must seek, the weapon that may lift your curse and end either but not both, the weapon that is meant to slay the setting sun.
Where is the forge?
It's not that easy, Sophron. She doesn't just answer your questions.
I cannot say. I simply deliver the prophecies.
Nemea pushes Aeneas first.
Well, I mean, I don't want to be here right now. You go first. He grabs you. You don't even know what's going on. You go.
As you
You
try,
know it better than all of us.
as you try and push
That's not really true.
Nemea in front, the Oracle sort of peers around her and looks straight at you. She says,
And he ducks.
You, she points, doomed one, whose very birth was cursed, whose joyous day of coming into this world was spoiled, entwined to the sorrow of the night sky. I feel the torment that has followed you like a shadow. I see the pain that clings to your every step, the scars unseen by all but the fates themselves. I can see the burden you carry, but my sight is clouded, as though something dark and hidden obscures the true face of your tormentor. Yet shining through it, I can see the burning passion of the one locked away, separated, the missing star, wrenched from the twins. You must also seek my sister. She weeps and rages in the old wood, where the trees crowd and the winds whisper secrets of the past. Her heart torn by grief and wrath, for she as well has lost someone close. But know this, Demetria's sorrow is not easily undone, her wrath not easily quenched. She will test you. Her knowledge, her connection to that which is fated to be her ultimate doom, runs deep, deeper than even my sight can pierce.
All right, well, I guess it's a good thing I've been through the old woods a few times. Know it all. Yeah, turn.
Well, it sounds like we've all had. This is it's great. We've all learned what we came here to learn. Nemea's gonna make it sound like we've wrapped up. Like she's like, great, so great, good.
Nemea, a moment, if you would. She gets up. Oracle stands and sort of turns and walks away, sort of toward the back of her grotto where like her personal chamber is, and she looks over her shoulder at you and gestures.
All right, okay, give me a minute. I will go. All right.
This does not seem very fair, getting a
I
personal
over there.
personal prophecy. All of us get our secrets laid bare, and then she goes back into her room.
Yep.
I tell you, I'm sure it's nothing important. Look at me. I'm the most normal person here.
So once you're sort of in this private room with the Oracle, she seems a lot more energized. She's like actively regaining her presence, and she reaches and like
Glad you're not hurt.
caresses your face. She says,
Okay, unexpected.
she's like, my heart, the fates are cruel. She said, my heart, addressing you. My heart,
Okay.
the fates are cruel indeed to rip us apart so quickly. Just as if you have come to my rescue, I would have much more to say, much more to share, but time does not wait.
Maybe
does
keep
it?
it snappy this time around.
Before I speak to you of your great destiny, I would ask you to swear an oath to me,
Oh, okay.
here and now, in this moment, that once you have accomplished your fate, once you have prevented the doom of Thylea, that you will return to me.
All right, that's fine. I'll return to you with my own free will, right? I need a solid yes or no.
Yes, return to me, and let our
Okay.
hearts forever sing as one.
Maybe it's like, okay, sure, whatever. If this is what. Yes, okay. When would I have to like slice my palm and I say, I swear after my glorious future, I will come back.
Nothing that crude. She like grabs your hand and like heals it.
Oh.
I will now speak to you of your fate. You, Nemea, lost one, are destined to see your order rise once more. I see you wearing the famed armor and shining crown. You must retake them, for they are your birthright, and they are your future. She leans forward, her gaze like never leaving yours. But the path to reclaim them is not an easy one. You must seek them out within the necropolis at Tillamook, where the shadows and memories linger. You will find these relics. Old friends, too, wait for you there.
Kai's outside and
Okay.
he's talking to Sophron. It's like, do you think they're Lesbosians?
She grasps the other side of your face with her other hand, and she like
Oh!
kisses your forehead. She's
Okay.
much taller than you. And like you sort of feel
Uh-huh. Feels it.
something enveloping you as she does that.
Hmm.
You can now cast command, your wisdom modifier number of times per day.
Okay, command, wisdom modifier per times.
Minimum
a
one
day.
if you don't have any.
Okay. Let's see. What is my wisdom?
What's that wisdom? What's the save DC on that?
One.
Wisdom? Because
Plus one.
To wisdom.
it's a good spell.
Okay. Okay. Great. And I'll be like, oh, thank you, Oracle. I feel much better, feeling the command spell or whatever. And she's gonna be like, you have given us so many instructions. Where should we go first? Is there a place we should go first?
I cannot say.
Good. Great. Okay. Slowly back away.
roll a performance check.
Great. I'm totally gonna convince
I
Oracle
am
Mommy.
so confused right now.
22.
You
Natural 20.
gracefully exit without having it be awkward at all. You just sort of shut that down and I'm out.
I was like, we'll reconvene this when I have a personality.
Yeah. So you all see the two of them go into that little personal room, but mere moments later, Nemea backs out and retreats out of the room, rejoining you all.
They can't be Lesbosians. It's too fast. Would have taken longer.
Okay, Nemea, as part of the transparency of our friendship, you heard all of our
Part of the
You have to tell
transparency
me.
action. We just recently voted on it.
She's like, that's fine. I have nothing to hide. I mean, really. She's like, basically, I have to retake armor and crown and seek the necropolis at
Telemoch.
Telemoch, and I had to swear to return to the Oracle, who may have the hearts for me. And I did it because.
All right, well, we'll cover that last part later, I think.
I mean, okay, just last I checked, Nemea does not really remember that much of her time at the temple.
No,
The most
it's sort of
that
all
she
of a
has been
blur.
So the
Now
most,
that you think about it, you do remember the Oracle coming on to you quite a bit. Now you're like, that was weird. Maybe I was just not. And now you're like, no, that was crystal clear actually now.
I wasn't sure if I was just
Yeah.
exaggerating things in my mind. Sometimes you get hit in the head. And I'm
But
sure
it
that's
wasn't
what
like she was coming on to you
And-
you didn't know each other. It was like
No, it's like she knew who I was.
Yeah. She was talking
Yeah,
to you
there's a deep
two
attachment.
lesbian lovers at the end of their lives.
Yeah, so basically, she's like, that I'm like, maybe my lesbian lover at the end of my life, but I don't remember it. So,
Well, that is interesting, but is she creating that for you, or is that the way you swing?
I don't know.
You don't remember your sexuality.
well, all right. I guess maybe we can find some volunteers and we'll help you figure that one out. But I'm going to extricate myself from this situation because I don't like any of it. On multiple levels, both as Aeneas and on a meta level.
Yeah, so I feel like Nemea is like, well, that's a little weird, but she's not taking it. She's much more interested in the mission than she is love interest oracle situation. So she's like, yeah, do I know where the necropolis at Telemoch is?
You
Can I
haven't the
do a
slightest
check?
idea.
You
I have-
probably don't.
I have not the slightest idea. Sophron, Do you know where the necropolis of Tillamook is? Do you know what that is? Have you heard of it?
That's a great question. Let's maybe roll for it? I don't know, Logan.
Yeah, this one's a little more obscure. You can make a history check, but it's going to be a little harder.
Okay. I love this too because you guys get to know my role before I get to.
Yeah, you have heard of it. It is sort of the city that never was. It was originally going to be constructed as like a new, like, city of the Dragonlords, like their fortress, like where they were going to operate out of, and it was going to be this like shining metropolis. That never came to be, and it eventually became just like a mausoleum for dead Dragonlords. And it is like, you thought it didn't really exist, like it's in the mythos, but like no one's like, oh yeah, it's here on the map, like I know where it is. You've never heard of anyone going there. Like, you thought it was just a fable, but you have heard of it.
Oh, I imagine it's quite dangerous.
Kyra's like, oh yeah, it's really dangerous there.
I mean, hasn't everything been dangerous so far?
No, but like, wowza, very dangerous.
Kyra, are you coming with us?
Oh yeah, I'm gonna tag.
Actually,
How am I
that'd be
supposed to
coming
record
with
your
us.
story if I'm not there, dummy? I already know how your story ends. She like giggles and like writes another thing down in her book.
Who are you talking to?
That one, I know what's gonna happen to him.
Oh, right.
She
Well,
like turns
anyway.
around and shows you a picture of him like hung upside down, like being hit with a stick.
I'll pretend I know what that means.
So
Somehow.
I 2 fortunes is 1 day.
I'm a better fortune teller than her.
Logan, can I do a nature check to see what I know about
Demetria, yeah.
Because I'm a druid, and the druids are located. The druid order is located in the Old Woods.
You are correct.
Specifically.
Yes, you can.
So I would like to see. I mean, I'm sort of on the outskirts of the order, I think, but I have interacted with them a little bit, and I've definitely been in the Old Woods. So I would like.
You've heard the name. It's sort of like, you know, she's a powerful fae. You've
Okay.
never met anyone that's like met her. You don't really know much about her, but like sometimes you hear like rumors of other powerful fae as well, and she just might be one of them that you've heard of.
So Demetria is not literally the oracle's sister and also a daughter of Sidon.
I was like, oh no, yeah, they're related. She popped out of Sidon just like that.
I don't know. Is that how it works? Is that?
One on the right shoulder,
I think
one
so.
on
And
the
she
left
digs
shoulder.
into her like book. I think she had like a porno
Anatomy
book.
book.
Yeah, she's like, see, look, and she shows you a crude diagram that makes you blush of Sidon things like popping out of him. See, look, it's right here in this book I wrote.
Fanfiction. My favorite.
Mpreg.
I'm
Not what I expected.
What'd you say,
Wow.
Connor?
Kyra has this book out, and I'm gonna point to the next page over. That's Nemea and the Oracle.
Right.
Nemea looks at it. She really?
just two sticks with huge bazangas.
Karen's like, that one's not done yet. And she like slams the book shut.
Tell me when
Well-
it's done, Kyra.
I mean, 2 birds, 1 stone. If we go to the Old Woods, both me and Elegy have to head on that way. That's my old stomping grounds. So stomping, especially when I'm an elk.
The longer I wait to talk to good old Pops, the better. So
Well, wait, is Pops on the way? So I can't remember. I'm pulling up my map.
No, I think
Astoria, we could get to him.
She
through
said
the
his
Old
dad
Woods.
is the king of that important city that we need to go to.
Yeah, Astoria, right? Exactly. I know a little bit, just not much.
She's like, okay. Kyra's like, okay, how much of that did you guys understand?
Not very much, but it's okay. I'm used to that.
I'm an expert in interpreting cryptic things.
Oh, please interpret everything.
Well, you were there for the whole
I
thing,
bet you
except
are.
for Nemea's, so lay it on us.
You didn't hear that? When they went back there, you didn't hear any of it? Wow, you missed out.
It was very touching.
She's like, okay, 3 things, really simple.
Literally.
You got to claim the weapons of the first Dragonlord. That one that one was pretty straightforward. She just said those words. That is at the necropolis. That's where he's interred. Second one, you got to go to the Mithril Forge. That's the only thing she could be talking about. Third, you got to drink from that horn, baby. And that horn is in Astoria.
Do they have
Alright,
to all
that's
happen in a
important to know.
certain order, do you think, Kyra? Or is it just...
No, unless it's
Okay.
very... The prophecy, there's some wiggle room. Unless it was like, first you shall do, and then second you must.
Oh, I'm so glad we have you here.
Like I said, expert prophesier extraordinaire.
Right. Well, I don't care either way. We can go to the Old Wood and do the individual mission, or we can go to...
We could stop at Astoria. She like triangulates in her head. She's like, yeah, that's sort of right in the middle of all the places we need to go.
So
We all
Well, I
turned
mean,
to-
where are we right now?
exactly, yeah. I know we started in Mitros, but we've journeyed.
You all
Multiple days.
personally started in my trust. When we started the campaign, you were at the Sour Vintage, which is just like a little like crossroad way stop on the way to Astoria. And then you like took a detour. So you're sort of like out in the wilderness, generally near Astoria, in the region of the Heartlands.
Yeah, I mean, the problem is the Old Wood's pretty big. We might need to get some help to try and locate where Demetria is. But I don't love going to big cities, but I guess if we have to, we can stop by Astoria. It's not quite as big.
It is not a big city.
That's pretty small. It's not anything like my trust.
It's one of 3 cities that's on the map. I think that means it's of a certain scale, at the very least.
Well, when you're king as a god,
Kansas
you
City.
earn your place to be on a map.
Kansas City Flicker, so that's its immediate response. Little podunk druid over here.
What,
I mean-
population only 250,000?
Nemea gets out her dice. She's like, we can always roll for it. If we can't decide, we can just roll the dice and see.
Well, where is this Mithril Forge thing? Is it in the Mithril Mountains? That would make sense.
Yeah, that checks out. Like those names are the same.
Very good. I've
But-
used my brain
Also
this day.
next to Astoria.
I think it just makes sense to go to Astoria first, doesn't it? So we'll be able to talk to people. They'll be able to help us. I think Kai is like just like packing his
Nemea
bag
is
very
like
slowly.
slings her arm around him. She's
I
like,
mean, what?
don't worry,
Talking to
you
dads
have us
can't be
now.
that hard. Come on. Who cares if he's a god? Ain't nothing compared to a titan.
That's true.
We'll see.
Okay.
Astoria, it is.
Okay. So you all gather. I mean, you don't even have that many things down here. You haven't been down here all that long. And exit
I mean, we could
the
rest
grotto.
for a day.
Exit the grotto. Go back up to the temple proper.
I would like to rest at the grotto in this temple secluded area.
It's
I don't
fine.
want to be stepping out into that ravine yet.
Okay, yeah. I mean, there's like actual living quarters upstairs. This is like a cave.
Okay, great. Yeah.
So you
Living
guys
quarters are good.
go upstairs, and Proteus is like getting all of the attendants like comforted and sort of reoriented to this, he comes over to you and says, "Did she give you the prophecy?"
She sure did.
More than you can imagine. There's a lot of prophecies.
Was
Maybe
it
too many.
was it clear? Did you understand everything you must do?
I think it was pretty clear. Kyra helped us interpret it.
He looks
The nature
visibly
of a prophecy not
deflated
very clear.
Oh.
that he didn't get to interpret for you.
Oh,
But
well.
for this, where's this necropolis? I think Nemea will see how like sad he looks, and she's like, "Well, I didn't really understand where the necropolis. I need to go to the necropolis. Do you know where that is?
The necropolis.
Telemark of Telemark.
I haven't the slightest idea where that is.
Oh, okay. Well, shucky darn.
She also said something about that you would give us equipment.
Who said that? That's Logan.
The Oracle. I'm lying to this man.
Oh, okay.
Roll
Not that-
deception.
Yeah, go ahead.
You
Roll
will
deception.
equip us like the heroes we are.
I'm pretty sure she said something like that. Hold on, let me check my character sheet. I think I might have.
Yeah, where's the
something.
money? We're level 3.
Oh no, okay. Deception.
What's your alignment, by the way?
Ooh,
20.
okay.
I am neutral.
Amazing. Yes.
Okay.
That is what I like to hear.
He says, "Of course, I was getting to that. You just jumped the gun, I guess." He goes, opens, grabs a chest and brings it over. Opens it. Inside there are 5 potions of healing.
Whoa.
There are 75 gold for each of you.
Whoa.
For each?
Yes.
Yeah, each.
Whoa.
I'm writing this down.
And then inside there's a black pouch, and he opens it, and then he takes out 5 coins and gives each of them to you. They are sort of this black metal. They're very old looking. They've been worn. On one side is the face of a man you don't recognize, and on the back is an emblem of a dragon. And he gives one to each of you. These are dragon coins. They are ancient and priceless, so don't spend them anywhere.
What do they do?
They're antiques. They don't need to do anything.
Right. Aeneas bites his.
It does not taste like any metal you've ever tasted.
I've tasted quite a few metals. This is true, actually. Well, that's weird.
Actually,
I don't know
roll a
what this tastes
d6.
like.
See if you've tasted this metal.
If anyone's tasted a variety of metals, it's probably me.
I love rolling a d6 for these kinds of questions. Have I tasted this?
Have I tasted this metal before?
Yes, it is adamantine.
Oh.
Ooh. All right, this is good stuff. This is adamantine, if I know that flavor anywhere.
I look at the man on this coin and I say,
Roll an
"Do I
insight
know this
check.
man?"
Who?
Me, Nemea. Insight. Do I know this man? He looks something about his forehead looks very familiar. I don't know. 6.
You recognize him, but you can't place him anywhere.
I know him.
Maybe you've seen one of these coins before?
Yeah. That's probably
That
yeah,
must be
yeah.
it, yeah.
Hmm.
You're
Did you do
fairly
it
confident
actually?
it's not Sidon. That much you know for sure.
That's
All right,
good.
it's proof is not Sidon. Look, he's not him on the coin. We're fine.
You
She-
actually
she
identify
points and
humans
she-
with their foreheads?
Yeah, you can sometimes if it's very distinctive.
Okay.
She says, "This is not Sidon," and points to the coin, and you see the face and sort of labeled. It says Xander Hurath, like on the coin. And then he is like, "I just can't place him."
That's very funny.
I know him from somewhere. Why can I read?
You can read.
That is my favorite question in RPGs. Can I read? Because Burning Wheel has taught us you may think you can read, but you actually cannot.
See, any of you that have spent any time in Mitros or really know anything about history, you guys recognize him. Like, this is a historic figure. Like, his fate, there are statues of this guy everywhere. Like, you know who this is. Or, like, you know his name and his face. You can place him.
Yeah, he's pretty famous from cutscenes.
Yeah.
Like,
Who is this
I
guy,
always
though?
press X to skip.
I don't know. Is this the first Dragonlord? I've heard about those people.
I was like, yeah, that's him.
I don't know.
Oh, I made an educated guess.
I mean, he did say it was a really old coin, so you had a lot going for you there.
What's the significance? Why are we being given it? Do we know? Like, does it mean like good fortune?
No.
It means we're special.
He just gave it to you and said that it was priceless. Don't spend it anywhere. And it's an artifact.
Every team needs a badge, and this is just our badge that makes us a
Wait,
team.
adamantine is pretty nice. It's a classy metal. It's got a good flavor too.
Proteus,
Yes.
do you have any chalk I could take with me?
Yeah, well, you must have some around here. He like
Yeah,
is
just
caught
extra
off
chalk.
guard by the unexpected question. He's like, it's not in the thing he was going to give you. So he
yeah,
has
if you're
to
giving
go
things
search
out, if
for
you're
it.
giving things out.
He comes
I
back
know
and
the
gives you
Oracle
some
said
chalk.
Yeah,
Like-
the Oracle said you had some chalk, so I just thought I would.
He gives you some chalk.
He's like, thank you. Side hug. Perfect. Great. Alright, well, Louise,
Yeah, I mean, it seems like we're all ready to get going, more or less. But like, I do remember there was some like oath of
Oh,
that we were
Yeah.
kind of scared about taking, but it seems like we've all pretty much settled that we're a group now, so might as well.
Proteus
I
is
think I got
like,
a good
when you
feeling
say
about these
that,
guys.
Proteus is like, the future of Thylea is maybe bleak, but there's always hope. The people of this land will look to your actions as a sign of things to come. You don't need to swear an oath. You should seek neither fame nor fortune. Show them the true meaning of heroism. Make ourselves a beacon of light as we enter this time of darkness. Kyra's like,
I don't.
screw that. Hey.
Yeah.
She like gathers
I
you all
agree.
around, like
I don't know how
very
I feel about
conspicuously.
that.
Like Proteus is excluded. She's like, okay, listen to me. Forget what that old Proteus said. That's a load of garbage. This is your chance to win fame beyond your wildest dreams. You want fame, right? She like eggs you up. Of course you
No,
do.
Don't
She
want
like
fame.
slaps you on the back, Aeneas.
But
She's like,
I do
of
want to
course you
make sure
do.
none of us backstab each other, so an oath is a good plan.
All heroes want fame. She just talks right over you. Fame is the path to immortality. These great labors are only the beginning. That's what I've deemed them. Great labors. 3 of them. It's classic.
Not very many.
Well, you haven't even done one yet, Aeneas. So maybe see what they
I
entail
heard about
before
this
you
one
start.
guy. I think he did 12.
Yeah, well, there's 5 of you. So 5 times 3 is 15.
Oh, well, that is good math, actually. I
Yeah.
do like that.
Anyway, to make sure one of you doesn't outshine all the rest, she looks at the blood-covered Kyriakos. You should
Alright.
swear an oath of fellowship, and that way all of your fame is shared. That's how it works.
Is that how that works? That does
Yeah.
not make sense.
Yeah, because right now you're just Elegy, and if you just fly off, yeah, you win glory for Elegy. But if you're one of the fellowship and you win glory, then you lift up some of your grounded, 4-legged friends.
Do any of us have, like, no anything about the Oath of Fellowship? Like, is that a historic thing? I don't. Obviously, Aeneas doesn't. He's not even gonna try. But
I
like,
assume
because some
Sophron
oaths
does.
are very normal. Like,
Yeah.
Oath of Hospitality is like
Yeah.
so everyday. I don't know how everyday an Oath of Fellowship.
Oh,
is.
the fellowship, it's not unheard of. Like, a lot of people do it. It's like not a huge commitment. Like, if anyone's in a group, like, a lot of times they'll swear an oath of fellowship together, just like, hey, this is the group, like, this is what we're gonna do. We're like united. It's like a way to show the world that this is a group with a purpose. So, like, bands do it, like institutions do it, like soldiers do it, things like that. It's pretty common.
Bar hopping
Yeah,
group
like
in
groups of
Maestros.
friends could even do it.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So it's not some crazy sacred old thing. All right.
You die if you break it though.
Yeah,
I've
if you
never
break
played
it.
an Oath of Fellowship before, but it sounds fun.
Oh, it's really fun.
Nemea
Puts
has
his hand
cut
in.
her hand again with a dagger.
Oh, right.
Guys, like,
Nemea,
oh, we're doing
what
that
is
again.
going on? I don't need your blood. Thank you. Mate. You can keep that to yourself.
That is not very sanitary.
I'll whisper a little healing word real quick. Stitch it back up.
Keeps doing that every time.
I know, that's crazy. How did that happen? Now, please don't do it again.
It must be blessed by the gods.
Yeah, something like that. Let me check off that damn spell slot.
Kyra's like, okay. She like scribbles out a little note and then like gives it all for you to read, so you can all say the same thing at the same time. And it is, I am blank. You say your name. And I swear upon my life and my honor that I will uphold the oath of fellowship with these warriors who stand at my side. It's like, okay, you have to do it
3, 2,
all at the same time.
1.
Ready? One take, go.
I
am
Kyriakos.
and I
Good.
swear
to
to
Do
uphold
solemnly
the fellowship
swear
with
to the
the
best of
people
my
that matter.
abilities.
The warriors who
people
stand
that
beside me.
always
Great.
tell the truth.
Beautiful. Oh, she like,
So help me
oh
God.
my God, Aeneas died.
Aeneas laughed so hard.
Did he lean back in his
Okay.
chair?
I'll be right back.
That was a casualty already. Okay, let's hope none of those anymore.
He's not blessed by the gods. He's not healing.
No, and then she gets a cask of wine from like nowhere. She like just reaches behind a door and brings out a cask of wine and like cracks it open with a flourish and then like gives you all like big cups of wine, like huge mugs of wine. It's like a toast, and then she like
Oh.
toasts it. And then she gives the remainder of the cask to Sophron.
Yes.
Perfect. This is more my speed.
Yeah. So you're having like a
Guys.
little toast. There's still dead bodies and sad temple attendants everywhere.
I don't know about that.
That's fine.
It's fine.
It's fine. Kyra, how did you get this job? Why
do you
are
mean?
you the one that is following us great heroes around?
Because I'm the most famous poet you've ever heard of.
I've never heard of you.
Yeah. Have you heard of other poets?
No, I've heard of the gods that you stole your name from.
Well, that's how you get good business. You don't have to
Does
make a
not
name for
make
your.
sense.
You don't have
What
to make
kind
a
of
name for
marketing scheme
yourself.
is that? That does not make sense.
Everyone knows the name Kyra, so you just say that's your name, and they don't even have to learn a new name. It's genius.
Mm.
Yep. Okay. Anything else?
Nope.
Okay.
I think so. No.
We sleep.
We will sleep. Do you guys sleep in the temple, or do you leave? You get a full rest, regardless of where you sleep.
Unless it's raining, I
I mean,
sleep
I think
outside.
Sophron votes sleep in the temple.
Yeah, I'd sleep in the temple.
Okay. So sleep
In the temple.
Sleep takes you all. And as you fall asleep, everyone make a DC. Nope, you don't get another DC. Everyone make a wisdom saving throw, except Elegy, who auto succeeds, and except Aeneas, who makes it a disadvantage.
Oh.
Oh my.
Wisdom saving
That's incredibly rude.
throw.
Welcome back.
Oh, great.
Thanks.
Can I? I'm gonna use my reroll.
Yeah. Nice.
Okay, I'll take it.
Okay. So, you all drift off to sleep, and you sort of have like a lucid dream almost. You like see all of you are sort of standing in a circle, and you're still groggy. You're like still asleep, but you're starting to wake up, and there's this like black mist that starts to sort of envelop all of you. Elegy, you are suddenly blinded by a silver light, and you hear this like matronly voice that says, "No, the youngest shall not have you," and you just fucking vanish. Well, the rest of you see this light. Elegy's gone, and then in the middle, like it's like a boom, and there's like a light shining down in the middle of the circle. All of you, it's like very cinematic, and you see Aethala, the barkeep from the Sour Vintage, sort of like beaten and bloodied and like on the ground.
Oh no.
And you just hear a voice emanate from the darkness around you. So, your quest begins. Off to become heroes, are you? Mortals are so very proud, aren't they? Look at this one. And then, like, the light like flashes, and like suddenly Aethala is all that you can see. She's falling to pieces. Joints broken, teeth broken, skin broken. And like every time she says something horrible happens to Aethala. Like when she says joints broken, like her arms snap and then her teeth fall out and like she gets cut all over. The life is practically dripping out of this one. And then like inky shadows just sort of cover Aethala. She like flinches and squirms, and like she gets this panic look in her eyes. And then the voice sounds back out. Yes, this sad mortal's life is leaking away, but I wonder what will happen to her soul. And then she like Aethala thrashes on the ground and screams as pitch black overtakes her. She's bleeding, light and fades away. And then like you hear cackling, and you all suddenly, like wherever you are in this temple, wake in a cold sweat. Let's see. Nemea succeeded. The rest of you, except for Elegy, failed. So, Kyriakos, you just begin running. Like, you are just, for the next minute, are just fucking sprinting as far away as you can. So, you, Nemea, and Elegy see, like, a door slam open, and Kyriakos goes running.
Just in my tiniest boxers.
Yeah. Aeneas, you are just simply trying to eat everything around you. Like you grab the blanket and you're just like chewing on it. Your just mind is broken. And Sophron also failed. And you are just simply paralyzed as your mind retreats out of your body. Elegy and Nemea, what do you do?
Is Elegy back?
Yeah.
I'm out in a tree.
Maybe you see me like barge out of the door, just start running.
Yeah. If you're outside in a tree, you see the temple door slam open and Kyriakos go running into the night in his boxers.
I'll fly after him. I'll be like, Guy, where are you going?
You don't hear her. You
come
are
back.
just
Stop.
so frightened.
That's where the steamy boys are.
I mean, you're inside. That has all happened outside.
Nemea will be like, Aeneas, no! And she'll be like batting his hands away. I'm assuming, I feel like if he's eating something soft, she'll like let him teeth at it. But if it's like anything hard,
Oh, adamantine.
Pulls out the adamantine coin.
I know, and she's like, stop it!
My favorite flavor.
You smell like the sweet smell of dirt from a potted plant, and it is the most enticing smell you've ever had. And so you just go over to this pot and start shoving handfuls of dirt into your mouth.
God. And Nemea's like, stop! Is he? Yeah. Again, she's just gonna like hit him on the back so that he's not swallowing anything.
Telling you he's
nom
so
it.
hungry. He's just never been so hungry, and this is so good. He tries to offer you some, and then
That's
he
very
eats
nice.
it
Okay.
without you actually
Yep.
offering it to you.
Okay, all right. Well, as long
want
as he's
some?
not swallowing it down.
Make a roll a d6 to see how effective you are at it.
Okay.
Or maybe
Me?
no, maybe yeah, you can just roll d6. This is no
A
skill
D6?
involved in this. Pure luck.
Okay. Stop it.
2.
It's not
2.
sleight of hand.
You do keep him from eating most of it. Yeah.
Just a little dirt. It's good for a druid. don't
Yeah,
Yeah.
I do. It's just a little is fine, but not so much. You still need to be able to breathe.
Elegy, Kyriakos is like in a sweat. He's sprinting. Like you can hear his heartbeat from flying next to him. Like he's breathing heavily. He's winded. He's sprinting at full speed. This has been going on for like 4 minutes now.
4
And
minutes.
I also have dangling a little charm that you maybe recognize around my neck of braided kelp fiber with beach stones that change color when they get wet.
Oh.
And
They're
one small
wet
brown
in
feather.
your drenched sweat.
They have changed color. In minute 2, I tried to slap him, and that did not work.
They did not work.
And probably did substantial harm.
Yep.
Oh yeah,
Like
yeah,
a
yeah.
slap from a clawed talon sounds not fun, personally.
So I'm
Sweet.
just gonna follow him, and if he actually runs into danger, I will actually try to stop him.
He
But-
doesn't run into danger. He just simply runs for 10 minutes. And then he comes to.
I can keep up with
Yeah.
him, no problem. So
Yeah. Once the 10 minutes are up, you like roll a constitution saving throw, Kyriakos.
Okay.
No, Kyriakos.
Oh, him.
Yep.
I think Gabby should roll to hit me.
You want me to?
All right, Kyriakos.
You don't want her to hit you.
Unarmed
Hey.
strike.
Kyriakos, you like, wow, that's a lot of 8s. You sort of collapse with exhaustion after sprinting for 10 minutes. Like, that's a lot of running. But you come
I
to,
mean,
and you're
sure.
like, you don't really understand what
It's a lot
happened.
of
You're like
sprinting.
covered in sweat, more out of breath than he's ever been. You're outside. You did not leave the temple that you were aware of. Elegy's hovering over you. You're not wearing clothes. It's a very confusing scene.
I think we're just kind of figuring out how much exercise Logan does if he thinks running for 10 minutes is a lot.
No.
You're
You
full
were
sprint.
full
No.
sprinting.
Okay.
Hey, what are you doing?
Just like sweat.
Yep.
Except I like flip really slowly and my hair like just like splashes in the moonlight and I'm like glistening and hot.
I mean, naked and afraid at night seems like a regular Kai.
Did it happen again? Where am I?
Did what
Covered in
happen?
sweat, no less.
We didn't even drink that much. What is going on?
You are not hungover. That's not what people do.
Do you remember the dream? Did you see that?
The dream?
Kind of like
I
grass
had
is,
one dream
like-
where you all were there, and then it was over.
Yeah.
It was horrifying.
No.
Yeah. You did not experience any of that.
It's hardcore.
Back-
Hardcore L.
yeah. Back inside the temple, Aeneas, you come to, with a mouthful of dirt. And right as you do that, Nemea slaps your hand.
Stop it! Why do you keep eating dirt?
What? What? What are you doing? Don't hit me.
She like grabs like
I'll
a
eat dirt
dog.
if I
She's
want
like,
to.
got your jaws and she's like pulling at dirt. Yeah, stop it. And then she hauls you over and is like slapping you on the back. Spit it out.
What? Oh, I'm trying. Get me some water. God.
Mia's having a lot of
Damn,
intimate
why am I
moments.
eating dirt. What did you make me do, Nemea?
Also, crashing in the next room as Sophron, you were like bored, rigid, and when you came to, you like relaxed and like fell out of bed and maybe like broke the nightstand.
Oh, he must be better now.
That is an interpretation of that.
she like just hauls Aeneas over back to the room now that you're conscious, and she's like, "Come, we now that we go check on Sophron." And
Sophron?
how do we
mean,
see?
what happened? I mean, what are you...
Do you remember the dream?
Do I remember the dream?
Yeah, you remember it was really bad, and
Yeah,
you in your
we had a
mind
horrible
make a
nightmare.
connection. You were like, yeah, it was a really bad dream, and I was so scared that I was so hungry. Like it's logical in your mind. You're like, I remember this
So,
progression.
I've never been so scared, and it also made me so unbearably hungry.
For dirt, apparently, which was
Which
better.
is an odd fear response, but probably better than running.
It's better than you eating the adamantine. Here, have this back. She gives you back.
Oh, my favorite.
We get back into the room with Sophron, and he's on the floor.
Yeah.
Sophron. She like slightly smacks your face. Sophron, are you awake?
Yeah, he is responsive to that.
So
I
far,
don't think
did
he
you get
says
really
very
hungry?
much, though.
I was so scared I got hungry. That's never happened before. I've been pretty scared in my life. I don't think it's ever made me hungry. But it makes sense. I don't know why.
Do you think she's okay?
Ooh, well,
I told her I'd come back to see her.
Well, you can never tell if it could have just been a thing to scare us, but we can check on her on the way to a store. I think it's on the way.
we could try checking on her, but if that was one of the Titans, I'd prepare for the worst, personally.
The voice was of the hag, no?
Nope. This was not a voice you have ever heard. Well,
I think-
Joey has heard it, but Kyriakos has not heard it.
Mm-hmm.
Haggity maggity.
Yes, I feel like Nemea's like, yeah, I just woke up and you both, I had the dream too, but I woke up and you guys were all doing crazy things.
For you, it was just a
He
bad
died.
dream. Like it was scary,
Yeah.
but like you woke up and you didn't. Nothing weird was happening to you.
So it must
Right,
be
well.
somebody who over dreams.
Yeah. All I can tell you, there's one person who's got a lot of power over dreams. We don't want to meet her. So... But I'm not surprised. Well, maybe a little, but not that surprised. I thought Sidon would be the one that was really mad at us. Not his sister.
In his temple, nonetheless.
Yeah, well... I don't know. Titans work in mysterious ways, but...
Okay.
But I do think it would be a good idea to go and check on her. But, like I said, Sophron, just be careful. May not like what we find.
I assume you two are coming back to the temple.
Think for the inn at first light.
So you guys come back. It takes you significantly longer, just because you're tired and you're not running now. So maybe like 30 minutes later, you all arrive back at the temple, sort of regroup. We will take our break there, and then when we come back, we will set out from this temple. So we'll be back. And we are back from our break. I forgot to add what was happening. So before the 30 minutes and you guys got back, Nemea, Aeneas, and Sophron, you hear like incoherent babbling coming from the next room as Kyra enters your room, sort of still babbling, and then sees you guys are normal, and she's like, "Oh," and then she like stops babbling.
Kyra,
That was
did you have a
weird.
dream?
That was weird, wasn't it?
Oh, was it?
Yeah. Of note, you all saw each other in the dream. You did not see her in the dream.
Hmm.
All right,
All
Kyra.
right.
What exactly did you dream, Kyra?
There was. She like looks at the ground. There was dirt and a broken side table, and she just starts like naming things in the room. She's like, "That was really scary, wasn't it?"
Yes, I see you had the exact same dream we did. You seem
Kyra's
very
FOMO.
scared.
I didn't have the dream. I just didn't want to be left out.
That's okay.
I heard you yelling about it.
Well, Pyro, we can't all be heroes. Some of us have to be the bards.
Yeah, that's my job.
Great job. Exactly. So you don't need to have the scary dreams. Luckily.
It was just fun. Okay. And then
Was it?
Elegy, after sort of rewind, I forgot to tell you this, after that silver light sort of bathed you and removed you from that dream, you, and as you were chasing Kyriakos and you were just trying to like understand what was happening in his mind, you like had a psychic connection with him almost, and you just sort of understood what he was feeling in that moment. And you can cast comprehend languages, your wisdom number.
Oh, that's so fun.
You're welcome.
And then fast forward back to the morning and you guys are leaving. Okay, perfect. This is scary music. We gotta get off this one.
We're scared.
It's very
This is a scary dream.
ominous.
Okay, so we leave the temple. Where are we headed?
Believe we're
We're
going
headed back to the
the
inn.
grape.
To
to
Sour
Sour
Vintage.
Vintage.
Yes.
Check on what's
It-
Chat
yeah.
does make a good point. Is there a loading screen for us?
Yeah.
Oh,
we
shoot.
do need our loading
No
screen.
one reminded
Thanks, chat.
me.
Oh my god.
Chat, dude.
Jeez. Yeah, okay.
a loading screen.
Yeah, the loading
Get in
screen,
the
John.
comments.
Okay.
Demand your loading screen.
We're just running on such a good processor up here that the loading times are so low. Okay.
Load of something.
This week's loading screen is from
Oh.
you just now got it.
Yeah, because we don't actually have a loading screen.
Yeah. I can put you on one. Please hold.
Okay, but is it gonna have the text written on the loading screen? Because that's
No.
what I actually want. I want the
Okay.
I want the Skyrim rotating, gently rotating figure.
That has
Text
nothing to
underneath.
do with the loading screen.
Yeah, exactly. It's just a
perfect, so-
random character model.
Yeah. And so picture Parm and Barada during this loading scene.
I don't even know what they look like. I think I was told they were ugly gremlins.
Yeah, that's all you need
Yeah.
to know. Okay. This loading screen is from A History of Thylea, Volume 1, Chapter 1, Legend of Creation, Part 1. Thylea was of the old gods, ancient even when the world was young, gentle and generous. She was born into a time of war and chaos among her kind. Refusing to take sides in their disputes, she lived her entire life in contemplative silence, never speaking a single word. Yet though she was silent, she possessed a powerful resolve that the other gods sensed and respected. Even Kentamane of the 100 Hands, the most violent and warlike of them all, was drawn to her quiet strength. She alone of all gods could quell his furious temper with her calming spirit. Eventually, she grew weary of the endless strife and conflicts. She isolated herself from the other gods, seeking respite on the farthest edges of the ocean. Kentamane, now her lover and protector, followed, turning his back on war and violence to walk with Thylea on the path of tranquility. Alone, the pair were happy for a time, but Thylea still felt all the pain and suffering in the world, like a million arrows piercing her gentle soul. In time, her joy gave way to despair, until unable to bear it any longer, she drowned herself beneath the water.
We definitely make the right decision.
She's our favorite.
Okay.
Team Thylea.
So now, for real, second time for real, we're headed back to the
Sour grape.
sour vintage. Sean.
Sour vintage.
It takes
can't read.
2-ish days for you guys to arrive. You do midday on the third day, and it appears quite like you left it. It seems like no great tragedy has befallen it, at least from the outside.
No grape tragedy.
No great tragedy.
No sour
Oh.
tragedy.
Yeah, I feel like Nemea will just stroll right in.
Perfect. You stroll right in. You see patrons around. People look and see you and sort of cheer and toast the heroes of the Heartlands as you guys enter. It seems like your name has gotten around a little bit. You see Atala slinging mugs of wine, yelling at rowdy patrons, seemingly alive and well.
I never noticed how many empty wine glasses and bottles are just in this image.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
People
it's a
got
poppin'
lit.
place.
He needs a new bar back.
Yeah, you guys walk in. Atala's like, "Oh, look who came back." She looks at Kite. Oh,
Well, I wasn't
I
expecting
will.
this situation, but go get us, Sophron.
Can we
Have a
roll
good
to
time.
see if she is who she's pretending to be?
yeah, you can roll an insight check.
Can I cast
Uh-huh.
detect magic?
Yeah.
I do that.
Okay.
Oops.
Oops. What do you mean, oops?
Oh, I thought I did it at disadvantage. Never mind.
She's suspicious.
She doesn't like me, so that's really suspicious.
Yeah. You don't detect any magic on her.
I'll walk up to her.
There's
I'll walk up-
some magic around. Like people are carrying like some tiny magic things. There's some magic like on the bar and stuff like that. But she appears mundane.
Kai will go up to the bar and he'll give her a little wink and be like, "I saw you in my dream last night." Not a single hair on this short little man's chest.
She's like confused. She's like, "Was I beating you?" Because
Yeah, I'm
we
gonna,
can
like,
make that a
grab
reality.
Scruff the neck and like pull him away from the bar.
You pull him away from the bar.
My
He
hero.
grabs his wine with him. He grabs his wine.
You've come back.
How have you fared?
Well, the people are asking about you now that you've been here. Can't get enough of the heroes of the Heartland. You've made quite a name for yourself. I don't see it. She looks at Kai again.
Nobody's been giving you any trouble?
Not any more than usual. Why?
Should we make some trouble?
It's too early for that. Are you
How
staying the
long's your
night?
break?
What time is it?
It's like midday.
Start with that.
It's like noon.
Kai will be like, "Yeah, we are." From like
Right.
3 tables away.
Aeneas would kind of like to grab Elegy and sort of try and he's gonna be like, Elegy.
Yeah. What?
Elegy, just between us, I think we should go out back real quick. I
Okay.
have an idea.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Let's go. We'll be right back, guys. Nemea, you keep an eye on Kai. No idea what he's gonna do once he's had a drink. I need to go commune with dirt again. And Elegy
No,
is
it's
gonna help
not.
me.
No
Just
dirt
don't let
eating will
him eat
commence.
it.
Elegy's gonna make sure I don't eat too much. Anyways,
I'm
you go,
on no
Sophron, and have
dirt
fun.
eating duty.
Aeneas is gonna pull Elegy away to the back door. Come
Kai will,
back to
Kai will
us
say
later.
to Nemea, "Do you think they're Lesbosians?"
I don't know. What do you think?
Aeneas looks like a Lesbosian.
Keep drinking that wine right there. Yes. She like lifts up your your wine. Here, I'll get you another. And she like goes up to the bar.
Okay, Aeneas and Elegy, you're out back.
All right, Elegy. I know. I mean, I'm not gonna say like I'm big fans of Sidon and whatever the fuck her name is. Can't remember it right this second.
Lutheria.
Lutheria. Respect on that name. I'm a big fan of Thylea, of course, but you know, after last night, which was not a good night. No, well, I guess
Why
it was, a
was
couple
it
nights
bad
ago.
night?
Well,
I still don't know.
you don't know what? What do you mean you don't know? It was scary as fuck, and it caught all of us. I thought.
No, I did not
Wait.
see it.
Did I see? Do we know she got yanked away?
You saw her, all of you like made eye contact, and,
And
then a
heard the
blinding
voice.
silver light took her away.
Yeah. What's up with that? First of all, okay, wait. Sidetrack. Where did you go?
I did not see this dream.
Yeah, you just woke up at that time.
All right. Well, it was really fucking scary, and it made me super hungry
Okay,
for
well
some
tell
reason.
me, tell me about it.
Well, there was a creepy person.
What
We
did
didn't
they look
actually
like?
see the figure, right?
Nope, you just heard the voice
No, we just
emanating
heard
from
the
the
voice.
darkness.
We just heard a scary voice in the dark. Exhibit A. Basically killing a version that lovely lady, lovely barkeep that Sophron's guy Zion.
Lesbians with.
He's lesbian. That he's in lesbians with. And killing Exhibit B. And then we woke up, and the majority of us, 3 out of 5, were scared. So scared we did some weird fucking shit. Exhibit C. Now I don't know if that sounds like you. That's either a god, some sort of magical being that's way too powerful, or a titan. And guess what we just did? Pissed off the titans. So, well, I don't know if we can really make up for it. I'm thinking maybe we just do a quick little sacrifice to the titans out of respect. We know they're powerful. I know you understand the power of titans. I do too. Okay, these city folk don't know what's going on. Right? I mean, it's not all's fair. We just a
You
little
know,
like, we're
I
not your
might not
problem
even
right
be
this
city
second.
folk.
Shut up, and you're taking care of someone else.
This
You're not
makes
here.
a lot. This makes a lot of sense.
Exactly. I'm just saying you gotta cover your bases. It's
Yeah,
best to be
when
practical.
Sidon
We're gonna-
would create
Yes.
storms, we would sacrifice, and then he would stop the storms.
Exactly. That's how it goes. The druids, of course, Thylea's first and foremost, but when you're in the wilds, you want any protection you can get. Alright. Sounds good.
What
Now-
are you thinking, though? It can't be very big, because if it's big, then they come back and they say, "Oh, now we're going to kill you."
No. I mean, we can catch like a rabbit, right? There's 2 of us.
Yeah.
Do a little something. They're busy. Sophron's busy, that's for sure.
You just go turn into a wolf or go something. Go catch a rabbit.
You're a fucking bird! You're like a hawk on steroids! Those don't exist yet, but you get the gist. Come on.
I don't know.
I
where we
mean,
got
yes,
this
you're
is.
right. I could turn into a wolf. How about you turn you above, I below?
This sounds good.
He turns into a wolf. If we're lucky, we get 2.
Okay.
And
Both
we'll
of you
try to look for small game sacrifices.
make survival checks.
Nice.
Survival.
9.
Okay. Aeneas, you
20.
get like a prized like rabbit. Like this is a prized specimen. You come back, you would like turn it. What? How did you catch it?
I think like, oh no, obviously my favorite animal right now is a weasel, so I went into weasel form. And at first I went into a wolf because I was distracted.
Yep.
And then I was like, no. This small prey, small predator, we've got this. Turn into a weasel.
2 spell slots.
Well, 2 wild shape slots, which you don't need to worry about. So that's my problem, not yours. And kind of sleuth around in the underbrush. I think I noticed that Elegy's not doing a great job. but
She's
she
scaring
is-
everything.
She's scaring them out and like away, so I'm kind of using her to like get them moving towards me, and then I get a nice little
Yep.
like get one right on the
You get the fastest, cutest, largest, fluffiest rabbit.
Perfect. It's dead.
You
In
come
my
back.
I come back and I have like one sad scrawny squirrel that looks like it's been electrocuted.
You have
Like-
half of that. Yeah.
Yeah. No, like legitimately has been electrocuted.
What did you cast lightning on it? What did you do?
You can see burn marks, and it looks like the lower half of the squirrel exploded.
Twitching.
I need-
Oh, you can cast. You have fire.
I don't know what I did to this squirrel. Is no
What you
good.
did? What did you do? How did you do that? I've never seen anything like that. You've got what? You set it on fire. You electrocute it. What's wrong with
I don't
you?
know. I couldn't catch things, and then I went, and then I thought the meditation was good, and then the squirrel fell from the sky.
All right. Well, maybe don't meditate too close to me now, please. We'll have someone else figure that one out. Maybe talk to Nemea or Sophron. I don't want anything to do with that. Anyways, and then I think we're kind of like in the woods-ish now. Not too close. I don't want to be too close to the building or like civilization. And then I will construct a little ritual, little altar, just kind of like clear an area and then sacrifice the animal and burn it as appropriate to Greek rituals.
Do you also sacrifice the sad squirrel?
I
No,
don't,
I
because I
need-
think that's disrespectful.
I need this squirrel.
Need. Okay.
And Aeneas is just kind of like, in the name of the Titans, I offer this for a moment of peace and a matter of respect to those that hold power over the world. May we have safe passage. And if your beef is with us, keep it to us. Leave everyone else out of it.
Mm.
The both of you make like a combined religion check.
Doesn't
So-
sacrificing things to titans or gods make them more powerful?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm sacrificing one rabbit. In the grand scheme of things,
You want us
or
to
not.
both roll?
Yeah, and then add them together
Okay.
and tell me what you get.
Did mine go? Oh, okay, yeah, 13.
Oh,
Do I
pretty
need to
good for
reroll
us
that?
little dummies.
That was great.
Okay. What'd you get? What was the total?
29.
30. Oh, 29. That's so close. I thought it was 17 for a second.
Yeah. You both feel as like the life force of that little cute rabbit sort of drains away. You feel appeasement. You both
Nice.
This.
can have advantage on a check.
Wow.
Sick.
That was a good idea, Aeneas.
I have them every now and then. I mean, I'm just saying, I know how to survive. That's about it, but I've done it pretty good so far. All right, let's make sure Kai hasn't done anything crazy and see if Sophron's done.
Okay, you talk to him. I'll talk to Nemea.
Oh, right, yeah, ask about that meditation.
Okay. Who wants to talk to who?
I think you like come back and like Kai's on a table and he's like, "A sacrifice for the Titans," and he's like pouring wine down his gullet. Do I get an advantage on a throw?
No.
Can he have
Can I make a religion check?
disadvantage?
Can I make a religion check?
Nope. Sorry, I don't make the rules.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right,
So
well,
he's
I'm
making
just gonna
a
let him do that.
scene when you come in.
I think we'll be staying for a while.
It's a package
Well.
deal. Or could some of you stay and some of you go? It's not like you've
We don't all
sworn
have
an
to
oath
be
of
in the
fellowship,
room.
right?
It's your tavern. If anyone here you don't want to be here, you make them leave.
I'd feel bad kicking the kid out. Look at him. He couldn't survive out there. Yeah.
He's tougher than you'd think.
That's literally any amount of tough. Where'd you all go? He went off, killed a boar, disappeared into the wilderness,
And-
all mystic like.
And you know, we as one does, you kill a boar of myth, and then you go and speak with an oracle, and you fight a hag and save a temple from being overrun by monsters. You're given a quest to find, well, God, ancient weaponry.
You did all that in the span
And
of
then
3 days.
Kai's gonna come up behind Saffron and just like clasp him in the back, and he's gonna be his wingman, and he's gonna be like, "And look, you can't even believe how this big man with his bulging muscles, he just took the bad guys and he bent them in half. It's kind of hot."
Make a performance check.
Perfect.
While this is happening, Nemea is just sitting in the corner, quietly drinking.
Yeah, Aeneas came back and he was like, "Oh, I'll watch this." He just joins you in the corner and he's
Just
like,
here she's got some olives, eating them
Ooh.
like popcorn.
"Oh,
Yeah.
thank
So,
you." I mean, not quite the mineral flavor I'm looking for, but you know, it's close.
So at first, Kai like puts his hand on the bar just to like prop himself up, and he like slips a little on
Yep.
like a handkerchief or like a napkin that's like moist with wine. And then there's like a breeze that like blows his hair and like it makes it look like very attractive and like catches him. And I use a luck point to reroll, and I got a 19.
Nice. Yeah. She's selling what, or she's buying what you're selling for
I'm
Sophron.
selling grade A beef.
This is USDA certified.
USDA organic.
She bends down to the bar and brings out the good stuff. She pours her and
All right.
Saffron a large mug.
I
Her
walk-
mug's about
I
the size
dance
of
away.
yours. Yep. You did all
I think
that.
he was just wine. Well, yes, we did.
Hmm.
Mostly me, but yeah.
Well, obviously. I mean, look at you.
You
Look
hear
at that.
upset elk noises in the distance.
She's like, you really grew antlers and charged that thing on your own? Whoa.
Well, I didn't need to grow antlers.
Yeah, it was a metaphor. When he was talking, and I just assumed it all was a metaphor for your muscles. And I mean, you already have horns, so.
Mhm.
Nice.
Somebody pick up the baton here. This is the extent of my flirting with Logan. I can't do anymore.
She aimlessly flirts with you for the rest of the time that you're there.
Sophron,
Okay.
do you think you
We hand
physically
wave.
do you make a sign of distress, like you want people to come get you, or you just want to change the
No, this is
Connor's making a sign.
It was Connor saying, yeah.
Connor wants
he
to
can't
get-
handle flirting with
Perfect.
Logan anymore.
We'll cut
I
that
go
scene.
over to the
Yeah.
table that Nemea and Aeneas are sitting at, and I
Yep.
slap this half of a squirrel onto the table.
Jesus.
Nemea, what is this?
It's half a squirrel. What did you do outside?
I meditated, and then the squirrel fell from the sky, and Aeneas said that you would know what this was for some reason.
All right, I just said I don't want to deal with it, so I said talk to Nemea. She might be able to help you more. She's a warrior. All I know is how to eat dirt. Come on.
All right, I get over my wretched reaction. Do I have a brother that exhibited similar? Do I have memories of any brothers in my?
Happy
I do.
birthday, Nemea.
Yeah, of course you have a brother.
Okay, so I have a brother. Yeah, I had a brother. He had a similar thing. He was from Odyssey. Something similar happened. He was also kind of into the mind control sort of warrior thing. Yeah.
Yeah, you can't
I
really
think
remember much more about him.
That's. I mean, it's a thing. I don't know. You maybe in Odyssey they could tell you. Is this new?
I have not had a squirrel fall from this, half a squirrel fall from the sky.
She's like, okay, can you? Were you trees above you or trees below you when this? when you
Oh,
meditated
trees
on the
above would be
ground?
weird. No, it was trees above and not trees below.
Okay, all right, good. um, can I investigate the squirrel and see if it's electric? Like, how did the squirrel
Yeah,
die?
make a-
Mini squirrel autopsy.
Yeah, make an investigation check. Yeah,
Was
this
it legal?
squirrel was struck by lightning, I think.
Yes. So this is definitely something to do with lightning. It's not fire. It's not anything like that. Is this something that sirens do? Do they usually get lightning powers?
No.
You should really ask, and not Aeneas. He doesn't know. Kyriakos, he has some lightning powers.
Okay. Thank you.
Kyriakos spins away from the bar, turned around. There's
I
Elegy.
slap him in the face with half of a dead squirrel. Which half do I have? The head
top
half or
half.
the tail?
Yep,
Okay,
top
head
half. So you can see its eyes and face.
I grab its little arms and I start
It's
dancing.
agony.
I go back to Nemea. He does not
No,
know.
wait. What do you need to know?
What
It's
is
noon,
that?
right?
What is this? Squirrel? You
It
think
looks-
about that.
It looks dead.
Good
What
job.
about it? Where did you get it?
Outside, it fell from the tree.
It fell. And what were you doing?
Meditating.
Hmm.
Because Aeneas said, "Oh, just go catch a rabbit like a hawk." I'm not a hawk. Maybe share similarities with a hawk, but not a hawk.
It does feel mildly racist.
It is. Thank you.
Hmm. What?
Alright.
He can't even defend himself. His internet is cut
Yeah.
out.
He knows it was wrong.
I mean, Kai has magical things happen around him all the time, and he is aware that he is the source of a lot of magic in the world. But let's see. I think Kai knows a little bit about like your training. Like, is this something that you've mentioned to him before? Because we've exchanged letters over the past. Like, like Elle, is this what you were doing your training about?
Not really. But
Hmm.
this is like becoming one with nature and feeling the air and the water.
Can I look at the because you just think it's been done by lightning? Like can I look at it and be like, this is like magical? Like, does it have like a stench? Does it have a flavor?
Make an Arcana check.
All right. Oh, I'm really bad at that.
You're a sorcerer.
Yeah, wisdom, not intelligence, right?
Charisma.
Oh, sure.
Charisma.
I don't know. Does it, Elegy? Have
Yeah.
a stench of magic?
Yeah.
It doesn't, Kyriakos.
I don't know what to tell you. That's a crispy squirrel.
Okay.
Maybe a real hawk, not a human being. Or not a human, not a humanoid being.
The oid
picked
really
up-
brings it home.
picked up a squirrel miles away, flew through the air, got hit by lightning, and then dropped it on you. Maybe that's what happens.
Maybe.
That's probably
Possible.
it. All right, now we solved it. Let's drink and dance.
Okay. Any other side convos in this happening?
I want to see those kids and tell them all about the boar that I killed, and
Roll a d6.
I avenged their uncle.
Do you remember their uncle?
He died.
Yes. Do you remember his name though?
Absolutely not. But Kai might. What did you say? Roll a d6?
Yeah, a d6. Are the kids present?
See.
They are not present. The dice has spoken.
That's too bad.
Yes. I don't make the rules.
I get drunk not in front of children.
Nice. Okay. Perfect. Well, you all finish up, stay the night at the Sour Vintage, and then the next morning set off to Estoria. It is a number of days away. The Sour Vintage isn't right outside, but it is sort of the centerpiece of the region of Thylea that you're in, which is called the Heartlands. You are approaching the city from the southern gates. That's sort of the main entryway that most people follow. So, approaching the settlement, sort of nestled between towering cliffs, they rise sharply on either side. The town just looks like it was made to defend. It's a fortress that was turned into a city. It's in a strategic position in the hills, and it's sort of overlooking all of the surrounding landscape. You notice, even from far away, there's armed soldiers up on the walls patrolling. Beneath the fortress, the town is sort of haphazard. You're coming at it sort of from a hill, and you can sort of peek over and see the haphazard placement of all these buildings. It's sort of spilling down the slopes into the gorge that the city rests on. There's mixes of houses, taverns, shops of all kinds. They're sort of seemingly built with no concern for symmetry. The streets, even from this far, you can tell they're pretty quiet. There's not a lot of commotion, which is unusual, you would think, for this time of day, but it's not nobody's out on the streets. It's just less than you would think. the river Arkelion flows like right next to the river or the city, and you can see that has almost all but dried up, and like the once lush fields that you've been passing are little more than like cracked earth and like withered crops. Kyra's like, this is all quite wrong. These fields should be full of fruit and olives and grapes. And then she just starts naming other fruits.
Well, I mean, you have droughts every now and then. I don't know what to say. Aeneas is kind of like drawn in on himself. He's fully cloaked up, hooded. Very obviously does not want to be seen or looked at, more or less.
I was about to say, Kai is like the exact same. I think he has like a hood on, and he's like pretending to be hungover. He doesn't get hangovers. He's young.
I think, yeah, Sophron can kind of read that energy and is going to be more prominent than you've seen him be before.
Okay.
You know,
Like, yeah.
not overtly drawing attention to himself, but if you're looking at 6 people and one of them's a minotaur,
You tend to draw eyes anyway.
you're probably going to look.
Yeah. You sort of
Play
playing
the
that
party
up.
face. What a face. What a face for the party.
The face, I think I have -1 charisma.
Nice.
You guys are on sort of the main road approaching the city, and a certain distance away, you sort of coincide with a group, like a caravan of merchants, also traveling to the city. With them are the first domesticated animals that you have seen in days, and it's this herd of bony oxen. The merchants sort of eye you with a little bit of like caution and weariness, and then one of the merchants she's an older woman with graying hair. She sort of like hops off the wagon and like comes over to you guys, and they're sort of walking in the same direction. Oh, you headed to the store, eh? Be careful once you get inside. Things ain't what they used to be. What business you got here? What'd you say?
What? Who said
She said, "What business you got
asked
here?"
what's going on.
Oh,
Thank
oh,
you.
what's going
We're
on?
here to visit.
Oh,
Strange.
you're here for
village.
the wine festival, then, eh? It's not going to be a very good one, I don't think. No
Sure.
crops in the field, no wine in the cups. That's what my grandma used to say. She's long dead now. Hey, do I
This is an
recognize
odd
you?
woman, isn't it?
She's just sort of prying. Like she saw you and came right over. You see, it seems like she does not want to be next to her traveling companions for some reason.
Are there other people on the road?
Yeah, I mean, not a lot. Like, there's some ahead of you, some behind, but like this caravan just happened to be right next to you.
Okay.
You're not like in a bustling crowd or anything like that.
Can I get a vibe check on
Yeah.
the people she left? Are they like obviously relieved that she's gone?
Yeah, roll an insight. Oh, nice. Already. 11. No, you get more of the vibe of there she goes again.
Okay.
Talking to tall,
Yeah.
handsome men.
Sophron he'll kind of deflect and no, we're not here for wine. We're here for family. It's typical matters.
Hmm.
We have a large adopted family.
You want to buy these? She like gestures over at the bony oxen.
No.
You know, I mean, they're worth more than they ever should be. It's a good,
So-
good price.
Looking at the oxen, are they just malnourished from probably drought and bad conditions in the area? Are they mistreated? What's the
Make an animal handling check. I think the first of the stream.
Ooh.
campaign? Let's go.
Oh. Okay, I'm faced with a problem here.
Uh-huh.
I almost want. I have a skill point that I never actually put into anything. Considering putting it into animal handling right now.
Uh-huh.
I will say Aeneas is very familiar with animals, if that affects your opinion at all. I was gonna say Aeneas might sidle up to you and be like, "Those oxen ain't looking so good."
Yeah, let's maybe just roll with advantage.
You can
Aeneas.
sense.
Oh,
Nice.
Oh, I thought they were both red. I thought you got 2 natural 20s. Yeah, they don't look like they're being mistreated. They look like they're actually like treated very well for the circumstances. They just look like they haven't fared well. Like they're sort of malnourished. You do see that they have provisions for the oxen, like they're lugging hay with them rather than just trying to let them graze. So they do seem well cared for. The lady sees you like eyeing them over, and she's like, "These poor beasts, thanks to that mad Sidon, gonna have to let him go." She like spits on the ground. "You see, he's turned this land right side down. He has. First it was the crops, then the livestock. Now it's more unsavory business I won't have none of. But these ones, they'll fetch a good price, and it's only a matter of time till they gone anyway."
I think Kai is still trying to keep his face covered, and he'll say something like, "And what of the king? Is he helping at all?"
Oh, good old Pythor? Oh, King Pythor, what's he's doing? He's always doing.
Token and
He's
smoking.
he's trying his best, he is, but he's just, well, you know how he is.
No, actually, I don't.
Well, you know, he's the king, and he's doing his best, you know, but that's what he does.
Best.
She's like not speaking ill of him. She's speaking quite fondly, but it's almost like she's unconsciously struggling to say something good, but doesn't realize it. You funny looking lot you are.
I told you we're adopted.
Oh, I was adopted once.
Really?
and
Yeah, I
someone
think I'm
goes to
thinking of
give you a-
inebriated.
Yeah, that sounds more right. Listen, you looks like your people over there are getting worried. You should get back to them.
You won't eat Shep? She's like, "Shep, get over here." Shep runs on over. It's like, I don't know, a younger looking man. It's like, "Hilda, you bugging these people?" She's like, "No, these are my friends." She like puts an arm around, I don't know, who's next to her.
Sophron.
Saffron.
Saffron,
Oh,
you
yeah,
did say you were the
he's-
face. She like puts her arm around your shoulder, but it's like your wrist because you're so high.
Uh-huh.
She's like, "I was just telling them about the business there in Astoria. They're interested in folk, you see." He's like, "Yeah, they do look interesting. What'd you all tell them?" She's like, "I just told them about the oxen and I have that side on." She just spits on the ground again. "And then, King Pythor, we love King Pythor." And he's like, "Yeah, he's a good dude, that one." So you tell him about this is him, not her. This is Shep. He's like, "You tell him about those centaurs yet?" "No, I ain't got to the story about the centaurs yet." She's like, "Oh, that's a good one. Well, you guys heard about those centaurs yet?"
No.
Oh,
I think you should continue to tell us, but both of you keep speaking and adding to the story. Get the third one in. What's your name?
well, that's Jimbo. Jimbo, you get over here. And then Jimbo
Jimbo.
gets over here.
Over here.
And they start to recount these stories. They're like, "Oh, those centaurs, they gathered in force up north. Big war bands. We ain't seen nothing like it in years. Marching toward the city." She's like, and then Hilda's like, And these ain't no kinds of creatures you want to cross paths with. They ain't care nothing for our laws. And then Shep's like, oh, trade. They ain't got money to give anyone. And it's like, and then Jimbo's like, it's like all the beasts of the land is turning against us all at once. Hilda's like, not to mention those cyclops. Oh, I haven't even got to those cyclops yet. They raiding something fierce on the southern roads, talking one day smashing through everything. They monstrous one-eyed giants. And then they just sort of start talking like larger and larger tales about these centaurs and these cyclops.
Can Aeneas actually like sidle on over to the oxen?
Yeah, they're very distracted. These three.
Very distracted. Yeah, I would like to cast speak with animals.
Yeah.
And talk to them real quick. He's trying to like make it look like he's just sort of, soothing them or whatever. But he Oh no. What happened?
They're chewing.
He's chewing like an oxen.
Okay, I was worried I froze. You're chewing cud. Aeneas, he's a sweet talker when it comes to oxen. And he says, that hay looks mighty good. How y'all been faring now lately? He's got a totally different accent when he speaks to animals.
Yeah.
No hay. Little
No
food.
hay around these parts. I'm gonna.
You got hay?
I mayhaps got something a little better than hay. He's
like
gonna
starts-
cast good berry.
Ooh.
He's gonna hand a good berry out to each of the oxen, which fills
Ooh.
them up for a day.
Yeah. It's good hay.
It's good hay.
You got more hay?
I got more, but I'm curious now about these folks you're traveling with and all that's been happening around here. They said something about
Hilda?
Hilda.
Jimbo?
Yep.
Shep.
Yep.
Good folk.
Good folk. Now they said the animals be turning against the people. Did I hear that right from them? The beasts of the wild.
Oh, no. They were talking about the centaurs and the cyclops. They were using beast in a derogative manner.
Yes, correct.
I hate it when they do that now. Did your group ever have any run-ins?
Yep.
Cyclops?
Oh, big yep.
centaurs?
They smashed. Less oxen.
Oh, sad day, but more hay for the oxen.
More hay.
All right. Well, I don't know if I have any more questions for the oxen, but this was a great diversion. I beat them the rest of the good berries.
Okay.
Okay, I'm done.
And then they
Back to ship.
smashed the wagon.
Kai's like hood is off, and he's like, but don't you think that the king should have some responsibility
Oh,
here?
he's doing his best. Yeah, he's
Don't you
trying
think
his
he's like-
best, you know?
don't you think, like,
he
he's,
can't do it all.
Don't you think like he's like taking ownership and control? He's supposed to protect the people around him, but then he just
in
leaves.
his own way, you know? Yeah, he put the soldiers up on the walls. Yeah, guards the gates, he does. He can't
So
do it
it's safe-
all.
So it is safe inside?
Sure.
The confidence there was
Yeah,
suspicious.
I don't see why not. It's just all the rape and pillaging and horrible.
Oh,
violence
that's down south. No, that's down and north, I guess. But here in the middle, it's good.
So are there a lot of you that are displaced?
Oh, we ain't displaced. We're traveling. We're merchants. We sell things like oxen.
What else do you sell other than these oxen?
Oh, buy things. You got anything to sell? What are you selling?
No, I'm trying to buy from you.
Oh, we got hay. We got plates and utensils and some lightly damaged armor and some slightly bloodied clothes. Organically
Did you take those
sourced.
from dead people?
No, they were designed to look like they were hit by a cyclops. It's all the rage in Mitros, you know. Wait, 15 gold?
No,
14 gold?
no.
Okay.
I think we'll go inside now.
Okay. Yeah. As you get closer, some of the roads converge, and there's a little more people. Hilda, Shep, and Jimbo go back to their carts and sort of get a little bit waylaid, and you guys drift apart. There's guards at the gate, but they're sort of just cursory, like looking over. They're not like stopping people. There's no frisking happening. They're just sort of people are going in, going out. It looks like normal entry into the city. You easily pass through, unless you would like to say anything to them.
Nemea would like to ask before she does. The Horn of Balmetria is
Yep.
supposed to be in Astoria. She's
Kyra's
gonna be like,
yeah. Who you asking? Kyra? Kyra's gonna
I'm gonna
tune
ask
in.
Kyra. I will loop Kyra into this conversation with Hilda, Shep, and Jimbo.
Oh, they don't know nothing about no dragon horn.
Okay, they don't know nothing about no dragon.
But they try to sell you one.
Oh well, that's very kind of them, but I'm gonna pass.
Okay. Kyra's like, yeah, the dragon horn of it's a relic. I'm surprised you don't know about it. Actually, I'm not. I'm surprised they don't know about it.
She's like, Kyra, that was a low blow for you.
It was pretty funny though.
It was funny.
No, it's a bottomless relic that has endless wine. Isn't that neat?
Oh yes.
You could just
Where-
pour and pour and pour.
I think I have an idea where it's at. And then
really?
maybe Kai points to a statue and there's his dad with a horn in his hand and just he's like chugging it. And it kind of reminds you of like how Kai was standing on a table just days ago chugging wine to the gods.
Yes, there are
If that's
statues
okay.
of Pythor. There's not a statue of him chugging from a horn. Maybe there's one of him like proffering a cup. But yes, there are now statues of Pythor all around the city.
Still, I'll point to the statue with him raising a glass and be like, I think I probably know where it's at.
And Kyra, I look at Kyra to be like, does
I haven't seen
anybody
it.
know?
What? I mean, it's normally at the
alright.
Dragon Shrine.
Oh, the Dragon Shrine. Let's go
Yeah.
there.
I mean, if you're looking for it, it's probably in the spot that it belongs, you know?
Nemea's like, let's go there first.
Which gate did we come in?
South.
Kai just like starts walking there, but he's like humming a tune. Dragon shines, dragon shines, dragon shines.
Well, okay.
Amazing.
You guys make your way deeper into Astoria. The streets do grow a little more crowded. You start to see posters for the wine festival sort of plastered about. There's a hustle of merchants and travelers and sort of general city folk. You're in sort of the market area. There's some trade going on. Every once in a while, guards will walk by, nothing much. But you do see a small detachment of hoplites, like scanning the crowd, then see you and like make their way purposefully toward you.
We're being profiled. I don't like this.
Aeneas hides behind Sophron.
Before they come and maybe the crowd, I kind of like turn around away from them.
Yep.
And I roll my hand over my face, and I am different.
Okay.
I'm older.
Ooh.
I have bristly white mustache and a short shock of hair to match.
But it's still perfectly coiffed.
Sure, yeah.
So these hoplites come on over. Some of you, who would recognize? Nemea, you innately recognize officer cords on one of them. They seem to be in a position of sort of authority here in the city. Not like top, but like middling. Comes up, it's like greetings, heroes, and they're like trying to get you, and they're like not shoving, but like moving people out of the way, getting to you. Like, I'm Captain Darius, servant of King Pythor. He like gestures at the palace behind him. His Majesty has given orders that you are to meet him immediately. It's a matter of great importance that requires your presence. And we are not in a position to question his command. He like lowers his voice as if like confiding. He's like, the king's word is final, and he's been unpredictable as of late, and we're afraid what might happen if we don't return with you. So if you would please comply, it's for the good of the city. He like stands up a
Why
little
are you
straighter.
so nervous?
I'm not nervous. I just don't like not knowing things.
That sounds like
Oh,
nervousness.
You'll get used to it after a while. It's okay.
Listen, he's like, I just got promoted, okay? This is my first big task. I'm supposed to come and get the heroes when they enter the city. And I just learned that you
we're
entered the
coming,
city,
we're
and I
coming,
need you to come back
walk.
because I don't want to get
You-
demoted. I already
Darius,
bought a new house and I
Darius.
can't afford it.
It's okay. Listen, Darius, breathe. We are coming.
But
we're
don't breathe.
coming with you.
Breathe deeply,
Are we?
but not too deeply because the squirrel might fall from the sky.
Don't listen to Darius. This
Don't meditate.
I mean, Nemea will like walk in that direction and like start leading him. And if you want to follow or not, I feel like she's making an opening for you to decide. Like, yes, come to the god
Mhm.
shrine, or like sneak away if you want to sneak away.
I'm coming.
I don't think splitting up is a good idea. Yeah.
Yeah, Aeneas will just follow.
That
the
one
group.
goes with.
I'm like trying to make it so it looks like my guy is not with your group,
Okay.
but I'm following.
Okay, yeah. They lead you to the palace. It looms high above the city. It's grand architecture. Sort of almost seems out of place. It's like a relic, and then the city was built around it. It has towering spires, intricate stonework. Sort of like a testament to faded glory. Like you can tell once this was like pristine. As you get to the palace doors, the guards of the palace nod to the hoplites escorting you and let you pass without issue. Inside, the palace is. It's obvious that the palace's former grandeur. It's everywhere. There's precious artifacts. Their surfaces are a little dulled with age, but they're still lined up against the wall. There's shields, swords. There's a very martial feel to all of the artifacts that are happening. You can tell that they're all from maybe Nemea can recognize these as like issues from the first war. Like, yeah.
That's a sweet vintage.
Yeah.
Oh my god, they don't make these like these anymore.
Yeah, and they're crafted by these are pristine, master artisans made these. There are tapestries on the walls, vibrant colors, a little faded, but they depict sort of grand battles, royal feasts, legendary exploits of King Pythor in his youth. There are conspicuously no depictions of any recent events. All of these seem historic. It doesn't seem like Astoria has had a good run of it recently. Kyra, who's in the back? Kai, you're in the back?
I'm in the back, and I just have a handful of cabbages that Kai doesn't know how much a cabbage costs. He just pushed 5 gold in the hands of a merchant and picked up a pile of cabbages.
Perfect. You're walking, and Kyra's sort of next to you. She's in a glower mood. She's a grim expression. She's whispering just you can hear. It wasn't always like this. This place was once filled with light, and now it's just haunted. She kicks one of the cabbages that you dropped.
My cabbages!
You enter or you approach the throne room. It's sort of the centerpiece of this palace. The doors are wide open and there's like a couple guards, but it's not like heavily guarded for like what you would imagine a throne room being. And you can, from the outside, even see like the grandeur of this throne room. Tall arched doors. There's flickering torchlight, intoxicating scent of wine. When you enter, the scene is unsettling. King Pythor, before you, I will show you him, is...
Oh.
So he's the ruler of Astoria for centuries. He's at the far end of the hall in this once majestic throne room, and he is slumped up against one of the marble statues of the 5 gods that line this hall. His armor was once gleaming, it's now disheveled. He has one hand clutched on a half-empty goblet and the other on like a pretty fine bronze spear. His eyes are bloodshot and unfocused. He raises the spear towards one of the statues, shouts incoherently, and then lunges forward, attempting to hand a heavy blow against it. It just sort of gets deflected off the marble. He's attacking a stone statue. The attendants are like at the side of the room, like faces down, sort of ignoring what's happening. They see you. They sort of exchange nervous looks amongst themselves, and they all begin shuffling out of the room. They quickly and efficiently exit and close the doors, leaving you and the king alone in this, and the cabbage man alone in this.
Cabbages are hiding behind a bronze statue.
King Pythor, who moments ago seemed caught in a drunken frenzy, he suddenly seems smaller with all of his attendants gone. He's diminished. He casts aside the spear. It goes clattering against the stone floor. And then slinks up to the throne and sits in it with a deep sigh. His regal bearing slipping away, and he just sort of gestures weakly for you to approach. He's like, "So you are the oracle's chosen, yes? Let me tell you of my woes." And then he's cut off by a figure from the back of the room comes storming forward in a tizzy. Kyra's like, "Whatever your woes may be, brother, drowning yourself in wine will not solve them." And she is stomps forward. She gets up on the throne and towers over him. She's like, "You have a duty to these people. What are you doing? These are dark times. Wallowing," and she kicks the mug of wine out of his hand, "does no good for anyone." And then she just is huffing. Pythor just takes it and lets it all happen. And that's where we'll end tonight's session.
Auntie.
I love it.
2 Kyras.
Or the same Kyra.
Yes, or the same Kyra. Everyone's Kyra.
Was it,
Bard.
was it? Wait. It's the same Kyra, no?
Yeah.
The
I
woman who just
I was
whispered.
onto her shit.
Oh.
Oh my god.
I don't know. She called him brother.
Find out.
We'll find out next time.
Dragon tail, dragon tail, dragon tail.
Okay.
We will find out.
Perfect.
So next Tuesday.
Next Tuesday we're playing. Yes. And we
Yeah.
will see what King Pythor has to say to the group. We'll see what Kyra has to say to King Pythor. We'll see what the Cabbage Man has to do in this whole situation. And we'll just see
Man
what
has
happens.
a lot to do.
And more importantly, we'll see what the flavor of the week is for the vinaigrette.
The most
Ooh.
important.
Most important.
Green Goddess.
Yeah.
Green God.
So we're on a little bit of a weird schedule, like Sarah said. So we'll be playing next Tuesday. And then after that, there hopefully will be a Thursday, but we'll let you know. But we
We'll update you.
will love for you to join us on our irregular schedule. But Let's see. Any parting goodbyes? Anyone have anything to say? Good night.
If
Ah.
you have
Goodbye.
bits, if you have
Oh,
bits
yeah.
that you really like from any of the episodes that you think would make good YouTube shorts, you should let us know because we're trying to do that now.
We have a
Can't you clip it
yeah.
on Twitch too?
I think you can clip on Twitch, but I don't know how Twitch works.
we're
I
gonna
know
make it
more.
big, guys.
We've only been on the platform for half a decade. Yeah,
I
no
do
big
not
deal.
utilize Twitch as a platform in and of itself.
There are always good bits. That is true. The hard part is finding them.
Remembering them.
Coming back.
Yeah, it's really locating them.
Mhm.
Yes, that's our new undertaking. So if you have any ideas, let us know. Otherwise, we will see you next Tuesday. Thank you for watching. As always, bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.